Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an affordable drugstore makeup tutorial. But before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and we'll go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do is go in with this PIXI Glow Mist. You can pick this up at Target. I'll go ahead and shake it up a little bit and then just spray my face. Leaves a nice base. I've already done my eyebrows off camera. I have not primed my eyes yet. So we're going to want to go in with a drugstore eye primer. I'm going to be choosing this NYX Eye Base. I'm just going to be picking up a little bit of that on a small synthetic brush. I'm using the Morphe M425 for this, and then just putting this all over my eye. Next thing that I want to do is go ahead and prime my face for the base I'll be laying down later. I like to do my eyes first and then go in with the foundation. So putting on a primer beforehand, a little bit in advance, is going to allow it to seep into your skin. The drugstore primer that I'm going to be going in is this Master Prime by Face Studio, which is Maybelline. It has this consistency, but this does not leave a white cast. This is great for blurring and smoothing out your pores and harsh lines. I'm going to go ahead and set that eye primer, and I'm going to be going in with my tried and true AIRSPUN. This is in the translucent extra. I'm just going to pick that up on a Eco Tools blending brush, and this will leave a nice base for the shadows that we are going to be laying down. I'm going to be going in with the PIXI JUDYTIME palette. You can pick this up at Target as well. This is a great fall palette. This definitely calls my name. Tons of warm shades in here. And I'm going to just pick up a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and that is called Honey Bear, and we're just going to lay that as our transition shade. Shade that I'm going to be picking up is this shade right here, and this is in the shade Good Morning, and I'm just going to be using that on the same fluffy blending brush and tapping off the excess. And this is just going to darken up that crease a little bit. Now that we have the transition shades put in, I'm going to go ahead and go in with this shade right here. It is called All Snap. I'm going to focus that on the outer portion of my eye and then slightly bring it in to the crease to deepen it up a little bit. And I am using a Morphe M433 for this. This is just a dense blending brush. Go back in with a fluffy blending brush just to smooth out all the harsh lines. Okay, once all the harsh lines are blended out, I'm going to go back in with the darkest shade in this palette, which is right here, and it is called Night Night. I'm going to pick a little bit of that up on a small fluffy blending brush. This is the Morphe M506, and I am just going to lightly pack this on the outer portion of my V. And you're just going to want to gradually build the darkest shade. Next up, we are going to go in with the lid shade, and I'm going to go in with this gold shade right here. It is called Bubbly. I am going to spritz my packer brush, and you can use any packer brush for this, just to have a more foiled look, and it'll allow me to create the shape I would like on my lid as well. So picking that gold shade up on our packer brush, I'm going to place this all over my lid. Once that lid shade is down, I'm going to go back in with that smaller fluffy blending brush that we used to deepen up that outer V and just blend these two colors in together. Next up, we're going to go in with this sleek palette right here. It is available at Ulta. This is the Cleopatra's version, and I'm going to be picking up this lightest powder shade right here to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. Okay, now that the top portion of our eyes are done, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face before I come back to my under eyes. The foundation I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and I'm going to be using the shade Sun Beige. I am self-tanned right now, so this is going to match the rest of my body. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face. Be going in with the Y6 from Morphe. Bringing it down the neck. What I like to do next is take a beauty sponge and just go around and make sure that everything is blended seamlessly. And I'm going in with this EcoTools blending sponge. You can pick this up at Ulta, Walmart, Target. Once our base is laid down, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Wet n Wild concealer. This is a very affordable concealer. I'm using the light medium beige. And I'm just going to apply this where I would normally apply my concealer and highlight underneath the eyes, down the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin, a little on the forehead. You can just go back in with that beauty sponge from EcoTools and blend everything out. And what's great about this sponge is it has this sharp line right here, so it allows you to get underneath your eye and kind of clean up a little bit of that shadow as well very easily. Next up, I'm going to be going back in with this Coty AIRSPUN to set that concealer we placed underneath our eyes. I am going back in with the damp beauty blender, picking up a little bit of that product and just melting it into my under eye area. And a little trick is picking up a little bit on this side right here, and if you want to clean up your eyeshadow, you can do that as well. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, and this is in the shade Medium. I'm just going to tap a little bit of that onto the lid. Grab a big fluffy powder brush. This is the Morphe G0. Pick some of that up, tap off the excess, and just set the rest of my face. Now that our base is down, a little trick that I would like to share with you today is something that I do to make my makeup last all day. I'll take a little bit of setting spray, rose water, whatever you have on hand, and I'll go ahead and spray my face. And then I will take a powder puff or a beauty blender and go around and just press that in to my skin. Now that that is done, we're going to go ahead and bronze up our face, add a little bit of dimension back into our blank canvas. What I'm going to use for this is going to be the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is definitely a fan favorite. It smells amazing. Going in with my favorite bronzing brush. This is the Morphe M527. I'm going to be picking up a little bit of that and dusting off the excess and then just going to town. Another trick I like to do so I don't have to use two different products to bronze and contour is just go in with a denser, fluffy brush, pick up some of that same product, and then just chisel out where you would normally contour. I'm going to go ahead and use the same bronzer to contour my nose, and I'm just going to be going in with the e.l.f. blending brush. I love the shape of it. It's skinny but fluffy, so it allows you to blend your nose contour out nicely. Once I have contoured my nose, I like to go in with a little bit of that translucent powder that we use to set our under eyes to kind of just shape out my nose. And I'll be using that Eco Tools blending brush and then just lightly pressing this underneath where I contoured my nose at. Now while we're letting that sit for a bit, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my under eyes. Go back in with that PIXI by Petra JUDYTIME palette, and I'm going to pick up these two transition shades that I used in my crease. And I'm taking this on a small blending brush. The one I'm using is a Morphe E36, and I'm just going to be placing this right underneath my lower lash line. Okay, next up what I'm going to do is pick up these two shades right here that we used in the outer V of our eye and place that on the outer portion of our lower lash line. And you're going to want to make sure that you are blending this lower portion into this upper portion of the lid shades right here. Now that our lower lash line is done, I'm going to go ahead and line the water lines and then put some false lashes on, and then I will be right back. I went ahead and lined my upper and lower waterline with the NYX pencil in black, and then the eyelashes that I'm wearing are by Eyelure. The next thing that I'm going to do is go in with some mascara. The mascara that I'm using right now is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by Loreal. This is an awesome mascara. It trumps tons of high-end mascaras, and it's very similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Now that our mascara is on, the next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and just finish up the rest of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some blush. The blush that I'm going to be using today is by Wet n Wild. I love their blushes, especially their matte ones. This is the shade I'm going to be using right here. It is in Mellow Wine. And I'm going to be picking that up on a angled blush brush. This is the Morphe Y4. And next, for the star of the show, we are going to be going in with the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter. Everybody has been raving about it. It is one of my favorites as well. But first, before I do that, I like to spray my face with the PIXI Petra Glow Mist just to give me a nice base for this highlighter to pop. Right before your face dries is when you're going to want to apply that highlighter. I'll be going in with the Morphe R36, and it is just a big fluffy blending brush. The rest of the product that's left on my brush, I like to place it right above my eyebrows, a little bit on my chin, and then with a smaller blending brush, I like to go in and do the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow. So now that our highlighter is done, we're going to go ahead and line our lips and then put a lipstick on. I've been loving this combination lately. These are both by Maybelline. This is a Maybelline lip liner and I do not know the shade. I am so sorry. But the lipstick that we are going to be using is Raw Chocolate. It is part of their nude collection. And this is the color right here. Go ahead and line my lips. Okay, now that our lips are lined, I'm going to be going in with that Maybelline shade and just filling everything in. Once our lips are done, it is time to go ahead and set the face. Again, I'm going to be going back in with that Glow Mist by PIXI Petra. This creates a really nice dewy look, but also holds your makeup in place. Okay guys, this is the completed look. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel.
And come on back to my next video.